Ever wonder which tower fan with a remote can actually cool your living room without costing a fortune or driving you crazy at night? Let's settle the debate and find out which fan truly deserves a spot in your home. Stay with me to discover which model could actually change your comfort life and which ones might not be worth the hype. Trust me, by the end, you'll know exactly which fan is perfect for your living room and which ones you can skip. 5. Uthfy Oscillating Tower Fan. One thing you'll notice right out of the box: assembly is a breeze. Just a few screws into the base, plug it in, and you're good to go. If you like things being simple and straightforward, this one nails it. Size-wise, it's actually on the more compact side, about 30 inches tall, so it isn't going to dominate your space or steal the show in your living room. It comes in with 3 different speed options, which is decent for daily use. And you've also got a swing function, letting the fan oscillate and circulate air. Now, don't get me wrong, having a remote is super handy, and this fan does deliver on that promise. You can set a timer for up to about 7.5 hours, so for napping or just keeping cool in the evening, it's pretty convenient. The cord's length is generous too, which was a surprise, about 5 or 6 feet, so you have some flexibility with placement. Another plus. It's lightweight enough to move from room to room without breaking a sweat. But, and here's where I need to be honest, while Uthfy does a solid job for a bedroom or smallish space, it does start to feel a little underpowered in a larger living room. If you've got a big open area, you might find yourself wishing for something a bit stronger. It just doesn't send air across a large space as forcefully as some people might want. 4. LEVOIT LTF F361WUS White. This one's super modern, and a lot of folks rave about how quiet it is, which, I've got to admit, is a big deal if you're hanging out or watching TV in your living room. The fan has smart features like voice and app control, so if you love tech, it's pretty fun to play with. Airflow here is impressive: 12 speed levels and 4 distinct wind modes, ranging from gentle to, honestly, kind of intense. It has this neat temperature response function, so the fan actually senses how warm it is and adjusts its speed automatically. I loved being able to rotate the fan 90 degrees, great for sharing the cool breeze with people no matter where they're sitting. The remote comes in handy once again, and the energy-saving features do cut down on your power bill over time. The brushless DC motor is super quiet, so late-night use is wonderful, just as promised. But, here's the catch: the interface is mostly on the top. And if you're lounging across the room or not tall enough, it isn't as intuitive. You really lean on the remote or app for day-to-day use. And while it's packed with features, the learning curve is a little steeper than you'd expect for, well, a fan. You might find yourself Googling options at first. Not a deal breaker, but if you prefer set it and forget it, this model might feel a bit too smart for its own good. Still, a fantastic fan if you want futuristic control. 3. Dreo Nomad 1. Taking the number 3 spot is the Dreo Nomad 1, and I'll be honest, this is where things start getting seriously compelling. Right away, you feel the difference in airflow. The Nomad 1 punches above its size, delivering a breeze that's both robust and surprisingly quiet, even on higher speed settings, 67. For me, it blended seamlessly into any environment, whether it was my living room or even a cramped office corner. Speaking of space, it's really portable. Picking it up and moving it was no hassle at all. The remote is easy to use, and I especially appreciated the option to store it in the fan base. That little detail, it actually makes a big difference. Dreo's 4 different modes include natural mode, which simulates a breezy effect, making the airflow less robotic and more, well, natural feeling. Perfect for lazy afternoons or nights when you want some cool air but not a hurricane. Assembly was simple and fast. I probably got it running in 5 minutes. The timer and oscillation perform as promised, covering a decent area. The only minor drawback, if you're really sensitive to louder fan sounds, you'll hear a slight uptick in noise on the 3rd and 4th speeds. Nothing jarring, just a little more present than on lower settings. Honestly, for everyday living rooms and most family needs, the Nomad 1 is a clear winner for reliability. 2. Dreo DRHTF001. Sliding into second place is one of the most well-rounded fans I've tested, the Dreo DR-HTF001. And whoa, the performance here. It's just balanced in all the best ways. It's tall and slender, barely takes up any floor space at all, but packs a serious punch in airflow. Whether I needed a subtle breeze for an afternoon power nap or a full-on gale to cool down after a workout, the DR-HTF001 just delivered. I could run this fan in sleep mode for hours and barely notice it was there. The quietness is seriously impressive, just 25 dB, especially if you hate the usual hum of fans at night. It oscillates widely, so no one is left out of the comfort zone, and the timer can stretch up to 12 hours. Great feature if you're forgetful like me and don't want it running all night. Using it over a couple of weeks, I barely touched the panel thanks to the responsive remote. The durability feels a notch above the cheaper models, and while it's not the fanciest looking tower fan, it has that blend into the background vibe. The only thing missing? Smart connectivity. There's no companion app or voice assistant, so if you want to control things through your Alexa, it's a no-go. But if what you crave is a reliable, quiet, versatile fan for living rooms, especially larger ones, this one's a top-tier choice. Lasko T42951. I mean, there's a reason this model is such a cult favorite. Right away, the 42-inch design just feels substantial, enough to make a real difference in big open living rooms. Lasko's 3 speed settings might seem basic at first, but the airflow they produce is, no exaggeration, excellent. You get that full room cooling effect, and the oscillation is seamless and powerful. What really sets the T42951 apart is the nighttime setting. It starts on high, perfect for quickly cooling down the room when you first come in, and then gradually fades to a gentle breeze, dimming the control lights for pure sleep-friendly bliss. The auto-off timer is another lifesaver for anyone trying to save energy or just not worry about turning the fan off before bed. Now, the remote, super responsive and easy to use, with a little onboard storage so you never lose it. Add the built-in carry handle and that classic durable Lasko build, and it's clear why this is my personal pick. It isn't silent, but even on higher speeds, the hum is just white noise, nothing that'll distract from your Netflix binge or family convo. If I had to nitpick, I'd say some people might want more modern smart additions. But you know what? For sheer comfort, cooling power, and user-friendliness, nothing else I tested checked as many boxes as the Lasko T42951. It's just one of those products that makes summer bearable and, well, might earn a permanent spot in your living room. Final thought. So there you have it. Whether you want simple and straightforward or loaded with all the latest tech, I hope this rundown helps you grab the perfect tower fan for your space. And if you try any of these out, let me know which one cooled you down the best.